And I think we are live again. Good morning, everybody, or good evening, depending on where you are at. Once you're in here, make sure to say hi, and we can get started. I did a live stream last night, and it didn't go very well. Well, it did go pretty good until it didn't. I had some technical difficulties. The live stream kept breaking up for no good reason. Maybe I was going too heavy on my machine, which is hard to believe, but who knows? I'm just gonna wait for a few minutes until more people are here, and then we can get started. I can review what we did last night. Yeah, I was streaming like 10 hours ago, 9 hours ago. And I just woke up and I decided, you know what? I'm gonna continue the beautiful scene we've been working on yesterday, also in a live stream, because I'm gonna be working on it anyway, so might as well do that live, and you guys can help me out, because obviously you guys know that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just pushing buttons, but you guys might be knowing what you're doing, so you can help me out. Okay. And again, if you're in here, make sure to say hi. All right. So what you're seeing here, this is Embergen. With Embergen, you can make smoke and fire simulations, and soon also water simulations, which is going to be cool. But this is for now, this is fire. And the reason why we're looking at this is I have this blender scene here. I started yesterday, and I was thinking it'd be pretty cool if this is me here. This is a green screen scene. I'm playing with the lighter. Hold on, let me see. Here, the lighter's on. And the idea is that I set the house behind me on fire. And yeah, that's basically the scene here. And we're gonna see how that goes. So the fire I obviously have to make somehow, and there's different ways to put a fire into your CG scene. And I started working with Embergen, where you can simulate fire in real time. Look at this. Look at this beaut. So I'm gonna play around with those flames, and I'm gonna add this into this scene. I don't know how yet. Well, I don't know. I do know how, but I'm not sure how it's gonna look. It's gonna be interesting. There's different ways to do that. The right way would be to import this entire house into Embergen, so I can actually set the house on fire. But since the house is like so many different objects, I didn't model it myself. I think the right thing to do would be to just remodel this house in like simple shapes, and then import that into Embergen. But you know me, I'm too lazy. I'll just hope for the best, and I'm gonna just do that in Embergen. Just render it as is. I could probably even model it here, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm lazy, and I'm gonna just export this, put it in here, hope for the best, and hope nobody's gonna ask any questions. What else do we have to do to this scene? Well, there's a few things. I definitely need to work on the material of my green screen guys to make him look a little more realistic. Right now, he doesn't look like he belongs into the scene. Like, his colors are too warm. For example. So I could go down with the blues on him. But that's gonna make him very green. Let's go down with the greens. That makes him too warm, so that means his saturation is too high. Is it too dark or too bright? I could also connect him to emission instead of color. Could do that too, then I have a little more control. But let's stick with this for now and see how that goes. This doesn't look bad. Once everything is in here and I set it to cycles, because this is the render engine I'm gonna be using, this is not gonna look bad, I think. We'll see. Yeah. Cool. Got 3 likes in this live stream, so I know you guys are there. You sneaky devils, you. Okay. I definitely want to work more on those puddles. I'm still not perfectly happy with the way they look. It's like one thing I'm forgetting. It's like connecting this into the roughness, and then it gets too rough. I don't know if I have to put like a math note in between or so. I don't know. Even if this is like black and white, like it just doesn't look right. I don't know. I'll have to figure out eventually, but not right now. Yeah, so this is gonna be my scene. It's gonna be hopefully pretty epic. This definitely is pretty epic. Yeah, so what I think I need to do is this is already pretty gigantic, so I don't think I have to make it any bigger. Could just try to render this out, import it, and see what happens. When I do that, I'm gonna make a VDB export node. I'm gonna call it fire. I have to bring it to a certain folder. Let's go set on fire VDB1. Because I have a feeling we're gonna render this thing multiple times. Yeah, that process usually takes a little while. Okay, how many frames do I need? I need more than that for sure. I looked it up yesterday. How many frames do I need? Like 393. Here I can see it exactly. 391. All right. So that's the number I'm going to type in here, 391. So I'm going to export flames. I'm also going to export the density, because the flames and density are 2 different things. So I can even manipulate those 2 different values in Blender. So we're going to see how that goes. So let me save this. Save copy. Okay, let's go to the Blender file, set on fire, file name, big fire long. There we go. And let's export now and hope for the best. Yeah, that usually takes a while. That's gonna be sick. So once this is gonna be on fire in the background, it's gonna be blown out. I'm gonna put like some kind of glare node on top of everything. That's gonna bring the footage better together. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. Yeah, last night when I was live, I had all kinds of difficulties. Yeah, yeah, like, I don't know, like once an hour, the live stream just stopped. It's just, I don't know, my streaming software, which is Streamlabs, it just was like, you know what, we're done here. But I wasn't done yet, so I had to go live again. And I think eventually I had 2 live streams in the same times going on, and yeah, it didn't go so good. I don't know, like with the stupid. The only way how I can think of doing that is having a separate color ramp. That already is. It's not how it's done. I'll figure it out. Stupid. Puddles. Well, another thing we can do is put on the ground lots of stuff. Like leaves are good. Put a tree somewhere. I'm gonna go over here, like way away from our scene. I'm gonna make a collection with stuff. So I'm gonna make my own stuff. Let's make a rock. So this thing here, mesh. Where is it? Rock generator. I always wanted to see what that does. I guess that just made a rock. Does it have a material? I guess not. Let's give it a material. It does have a lot of geometry. No, it doesn't. It's just there's a modifier on it. Let's see. Modifiers. Whew. This thing looks complicated. Rock displacement. Didn't even know that was here. That's cool. Okay. Let's just see. I'll just give it a material, and then I'll have a rock. Textures. Break. Rock. Could be anything. Doesn't really matter if it's a rock wall. No. Rock tiles. Let's go with this one. So now I have a rock here. I'm not going to use the displacement. And this rock, I'm going to make like a what is it called? Let's just make a few of different things, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. So the idea is to have particles spread around just to add some more detail into the scene. So I just made a rock, and now I can be like coffee mug is always my way to go. Like in this scene, probably does not make super sense that there's gonna be coffee mugs all over the place. Oh, this rock is actually huge. I have to adjust that. So the coffee mug, let me adjust the rotation, everything to 0. Now I also know that the rock is way too big, so I don't want like huge rocks. I just want like small rocks. A coffee mug is a great scale reference when I just put them next to each other. See how big they are. Right now the rock is like almost as big as the coffee mug, so I'm just gonna make it smaller. So I just want it to be like super small. So when I apply the scale, that did not work out at all. That's fine. We're just gonna leave it like this. The coffee mug. I'm gonna delete the. Nope, that's not. Let me unparent this. Clear parent. Oops. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna unparent this. Keep transformation. Delete this. I'm gonna make this whole thing Control J, one object. Did that work? No. Control J. There you go. Now all this thing here is one object. It just makes it easier for the software. Okay. What else do we have? Let's do cigarettes. How do you spell cigarettes? Then we go to free first. This is a Zippo. I can put Zippos all over the place. That looks like it's a very detailed model. I don't think I want that. I just need this. I don't even need the cigarettes. Delete. Oops. Okay. Let's unparent this also. Clear parent. Gonna delete the cigarettes. Stupid. Why is it? It has a pose mode. I can open and close this thing. It's ridiculous. Okay, but I guess for some people they need that kind of detail. I can move this. I can only move this thing. Let me delete this. What happens? Okay, it just closes. Can move this now. Can delete this now. Okay, that works. Cool. Now I have a cigarette pack. What else should I put in here? So the idea is, what am I gonna spread all over the ground here? So maybe newspaper. Newspaper always flies around, right? In the movies. No. It's a lot of newspaper. Coffee mug. I had one of those already. Pile of paper. Let's just look for paper only. Maybe there's like a crumbled up piece of paper. I'll use that for like particles, trash flying around. That's basically what I'm looking for here. Just get a little sipski. Yeah, I'm not really what I'm looking for. I don't want to put books all over the place, I guess. A steamboat. Cool. It's actually close enough. Sure. You won. Man, this is so detailed, I don't need this kind of detail. But fine. And just look for some modifiers to scale this down. Hold on. Search, deform, physics, generate, edit. Fine. I gave up. Next. Okay, what else do I need in here? Come on guys, give me some ideas. I need some more particles flying around. What else you got? Let me think. Oh no, it's not a particle, but trash bins should be in here. That's a trash bin. This is a trash bin. Shall. Okay, let me go to the scene. Let's put trash bins. Let's go. Right here. Let me make all this one object. Cool. I have a few different ones. We go to see the color, which is blue. What other colors do they have? Can show this in cycle for once. Here, this is what it looks like in cycles. Or it doesn't. Wow. You made my computer crash. You did this. Yeah. I did not expect that. For Shao. The scene is not even that big yet. What the hell? But welcome to my live stream. How's it going? Same happens with me a lot of times. Yeah, it used to happen with me too, but since I got this new computer, it was all seamless. So now it's a question. Do I wait, hope it's gonna get fixed, or am I gonna go back and you know, restart Blender, see how much I lost, how much progress I lost. Alright, fine, let's do it. Wow, look what a cool thing I have going on here. What's my current specs? I have a 4090 RTX card, 120 gigabyte of RAM, a Ryzen processor. No, I have really good stuff in here. Look at this beautiful thing. I'm gonna set all my Blender scene on fire. Let's see how much I lost. Recover, autosave. Yeah, it's crazy. I spent like $7,000 on this computer. This bad boy. Oh, it doesn't look like I lost anything. Okay, let's go back to cycles and hope this time it's gonna work. Something must be very heavy on my scene. I wonder if it's a stupid paper clip. That's weird. You guys are so interested in my specs, huh? Should I pull them up so you can take a look? Because I don't know everything by heart. The texture that is slowing down the preview. Yes, I wonder if it's the rock I was using. Here you can see my specs. So processor is right here. Let me pull this bigger. Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, it might be the texture, you're right. Let me go back and I have this one rock which seems to be overkill. Let me go to my where rock. Okay. Let me put all of those in a particle collection. My monitors, I have 4K 4K, hold on, I can just show you. It's crazy that you guys are so interested in that kind of stuff. So what do I have here? It's a 13, this is a 4K monitor here. I have a widescreen on top. It's a 3040 by 1440. and this one is my shitty one, which is just full HD. Well, 4K is always great, definitely. The size, it really is up to you. If you sit very close to your desktop, then I would recommend something smaller. If your monitors are very far away, then I would recommend something bigger. Yeah. Okay, this is the only thing I really changed, so I'm just gonna remove this for now. Go to cycles. Shoot, if cycles really doesn't work right now, I'll be screwed. I need cycles for the scene. And it can also be the trash bins, right? I mean, I wouldn't know why. It's stupid. That's annoying. Well, there's always the option to just bring everything I'm using here in a new scene and hope for the best, because it's gonna work there. Yeah, the trash bins is the only thing I just added here. I wonder what happens if I actually render an image. Thank you. By the way, I love your tutorials. Thank you so much. That makes me very happy. Yeah. Yeah, I still have to make one for the next week, because I usually upload on Sundays. And I'm working on the Cybertruck series right now. The big one I already made. Now there's gonna be two more, or maybe one more, but no, two more. And then this is gonna be done. So loading, render, kernels, man. Okay, something is not going right here. VRAM is not full. Memory looks fine. Blender is not responding. I also don't know how long it's been like this. What happens if I go into cycles here? Well, it's probably not gonna make a difference. Yeah, that's no fun. It's definitely not a hardware issue. It's like it must have messed up something in Blender. I did do lots of tricky business with those trash bins. Let me just delete those for now. See if that makes a difference. Yeah, okay, it's the trash bins. I don't know why, but the trash bins made my cycles no work no more. So finally, I can show you my scene the way it is right now. So this guy, obviously green screen. He's playing with a lighter. And there is police cars and the ambulance behind him. And the cool thing is gonna be I'm working on it right now. This fire here is gonna be behind him, burning the house down. So the idea is that this guy set the house on fire, and yeah. So right now I have been working on oh yeah, those trash bins. Let me re-import them, or at least trash. Here, at least one or so. Don't they come with null objects, empties? Huh, it looks like those trash bins are just broken. I can't see. Once I imported the trash, see, it's crashing. Okay, so I guess they're just broken for some reason. So I guess I'm just not gonna use them. I wonder if they have some kind of displacement or something. Okay, one more time. No trash bins anymore. They're dead to me. But I'm glad that we figured it out. Add trash bags. I'm gonna add trash bags if I can find any. Okay, you trash bins, you gone. Dead. Forever. Gone. So, trash. Let's see what else we got here. Through D-scan, huh? Let me go to free first. Oh, the paper in here is what I needed, actually. Oh, there's another bin. Okay, let me save real quick. Bring this bin in here. Maybe this one is not going to be broken. I was thinking of fire hydrants, but do you really see fire hydrants like next to a house where people live? I'm not sure. So let me go back to cycles and see if it's broken again. No. Okay, this trash bin is fine. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one here. Okay, this is a trash bag. That's cool. Yeah, let me put this trash bag right next to it. Good morning, you did, or evening. It might be late where you are. What's up? Nothing is up. Making a cool little scene in Blender and Embergen. This is what it looks like right now. I have fire trucks, ambulance. I have police, sheriff department. I have myself on a green screen. 11:30 p.m. 11:30. Oh, interesting. It's like 11 in the morning. Didn't know there were like half hours too. So yeah, I'm working on this scene right now. I have haze in the scene, police, green screen. I put puddles into on the ground, so it looks like the ground is wet, just for some extra detail. What else we got here? Yeah, this house here, of course, and I'm gonna set this house on fire. It's gonna be great. The question is, do I dare to do that yet? I don't think so. Let me work on the particles. So I want to put like this cigarette bag is way too big. Pack. It's like not even the size of like a coffee mug. Okay, I need some more stuff. What else could be flying around? Leaves. Leaf? Excuse me. Just make a leaf. Oh, there are leaves here. Let's just clear parent. Delete this. I don't need all of them. Just let's say 2 different ones. Leaves. Move to. Did I make this yet? Particle collection. Guess not. New collection. Particles. There you go. I was busy with my live action project, so I wasn't able to watch your streams, but you're doing really good. I see your reels. Good luck, brother. Live action short film or something? Live action trailer. 20-25 seconds. Do you know any story writers? No, brother. I'm working on a VFX short, VFX horror short film. You guys have been busy. That's good. I like that. Well, I know how to write, and I always have some writers coming into my DMs asking if they can write something for me, but I'm a writer myself, so I don't really need anyone. But if you need any writing tips, I can give you many. We are working, my brother and I were working on a feature film right now. That's going to be cool. It's going to be very cool. I can't tell you any details yet, but that's going to be awesome. View tool. Yeah, that's going to be very cool. Horror story ideas. Well, you just have to go with the classics. Like, what kind of horror film is it? Is it a suspense? Is it a monster film? Is it something supernatural? And you just go with the classics and see what worked in the past and copy it and make it your own. Like, for example, what horror films do we have? We have Nightmare on Elm Street, the Freddy Krueger movie. So we have a monster which is able to get children in their dreams. Okay, so that's a good plot because they're not protected by the grown-ups, because the grown-ups always ruin everything. Like, think of all those movies. Like, if the grown-ups can come to save everyone, that's no fun. And by grown-ups, I don't only mean like adults who are parents who take care of the kids. By grown-ups, I also mean the police. You know, if the police can fix everything, keep the police out of the story, you know, and keep the media out of the story, you know, keep the story small, you know, have a few protagonists and they try to survive whatever is trying to kill them. And there's a few books I would recommend. The biggest one is Save the Cat. If you are not familiar with Save the Cat, it's I'm gonna type it in the chat real quick. Save the Cat. So, Save the Cat is a great screenwriting book. Obviously, more so for like feature films, not that much for short films, but the rules don't really change. It's a great book to read, and it's also not very long. I think it's like 150 pages or so. But yeah, you ask for horror story ideas. So it's very simple. What are the biggest fears human have? Okay, they have the fear of the darkness, the fear of death, all the primal instincts. Basically, think of primal instincts, starving to death, drowning to death. You know, all those are great leads already to get to like a horror film idea. Let's talk about like the drowning to death. We're afraid of that, right? What if every time someone is taking a bath, someone pulls them down underwater? Super scary, you know? And there you go. You have a monster. If this is what your monster does, you can't touch any water anymore, you know, stuff like that. Or losing air, you know, it's like, what if it's like a monster sucking the air out of like a vacuum out of the room or something like that? Or maybe a monster's only the shape of a shadow, so you can't have any shadows in your house anymore because it kills people through their shadows. Or if it's like something more supernatural, like a demon, you know, like people have their little book and they read out of it in Latin, and suddenly their house is haunted. You know, you can have so many different cool stories. Anyways, let's just assume I'm done with those particles, and I'm just gonna create those now. Let's say my particle emitter. This is my ground. Yeah, so when it comes to like horror films, like think of primal fears, like primal fears. What do we have? You can even Google it. What are the primal fears? Let's do that real quick together. Primal fears. Here, 7 primal fears. We have fear of death, fear of rejection, fear of failure, uncertainty, pain, the unknown, and loss of control. Okay? Those are great themes already for horror films. You can really read it. Hold on. Here. Like fear of death, I just described a few things. Fear of rejection, you know? Fear of failure. Like uncertainty is great. Like if something is always in the dark, we don't know where it is, or we can't see it, it's always behind us. Something scary. Obviously, pain. Pain is one. Loss of control. I don't know if you've ever been in a car accident where you lost control over your car and you're not in control anymore. The fear, how it's feeling. Yeah, you can play with that too. So. Yes. Der Johannes Bartel. Ja, geil. The Johannes. Yeah, we're working on a very cool scene right now. I don't know if you're still in here, but look at this cool fire. I'm going to put this into my 3D scene. And then I'm going to set the house behind me on fire. And I'm like a pyromaniac. Is that what they're called? Obergeil. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. Yeah, for everyone who doesn't know, Johannes Bartel, influencer, fitness influencer, but these days more of an investor influencer, talks about cryptocurrencies and real estate agent. So anything there is to know about finance, you should go to Johannes Bartel channel. Go check it out. Yeah, and Jasmine is obviously here. Phil, the monster maker. Yeah, there's not going to be any monsters in here, not today. How did you do the black fog? It's very easy. This one, it's just a volume cube. So I made a cube, the size here, and then I gave it a material. I can show you the material. It's just a principled volume, plugged it into the material output into the volume, the density on 0.1. I'm gonna change the anisotropy to 0.6 actually. That's better. So now it's like more backlit. And that's basically it. The real tricky part is gonna be, because I'm gonna have fire here and volumes and volumes. I talked about that in my last live stream. They don't like each other in cycles, so we're gonna see how that's looking. But for now, it's cool. Anyways, we've been working on the particles right now. So what I need to do is what do I need to do? Okay, I have to give it a collision first because I want those particles to be lying on it. And now also particles, give it a particle system, and a render. I want to render a collection, and the collection I'm using is particles. Bam. Now the size scale, I think I want them to be 1. So now you can see there's particles scattered all over my thing here. But I need more. I think I'm gonna make my ground a little smaller because it's reaching there very far out in the back and it's like wasted. So let's just go till here. Can you suggest me how I can get projects of product animation or 3D animation? What do you mean how to get projects? You mean how to get hired to get those? Was that your question? Yeah, just clarify and I'll answer your question. Okay, I don't want any size variation. Okay, now I have all those things scattered all over the ground. But right now it's falling through the ground, is it? Yeah, it's falling through the ground. I don't want this. I want them... Where's the physics? Velocity? No. Source? No. Physics? Physics? Or definitely rotation. I want them to... Let's say dynamic. Physics, there it is. Newton, none. I don't want any physics. And also I don't want them to appear over time. I just want them to appear once. The lifetime is going to be, what is it, 391 frames. And just start on frame 0 and on frame 0. Now I have all those particles lying around. Okay, now that's too much. Let's do 1,000. But they all have the same orientation, I believe. Do they? Dynamic, face random, face. I'm really not sure what those two values do, but just trying to find. Okay, one coffee mug is facing this way. They're facing this way. Yeah, I think it's random. Cool. Yes, how to get client? Where can I find them? Okay. This is a very simple question, a very simple answer, and also a very hard answer. So you don't go out and look for clients usually. the clients define you. This is how I get all my work. For example, I was in Chicago last week shooting for a client, doing CG for a client, and the way I got this client, let me switch to story time mode here. So the way I got this client was I did a lot of work. Obviously, the stuff I do here, I work for my own projects and all that stuff, right? Then I got invited to do a podcast, talking about myself and talking about my art and everything I do. In this podcast didn't have many listeners, like a few hundred listeners, not many. But one of those listeners was a company owner who hired me to work for him twice already. I went to Chicago, to Vegas, and to Chicago again. And that's how I got this client. So basically, the answer is I'm just working on my own stuff, putting myself out there, making semi-cool projects as cool as I can, and then people are going to see it, and either they're going to hire me or not. So the best thing you can do is make your projects as good as you can, but also don't linger too long on one project. Just put them out there. Like for me, for example, sometimes I make one scene a day, and are they perfect? No, they are not, but good enough to get hired, because people don't always look for perfection. People always look for like quantity also, like especially in these days where social media is a big thing and you have to upload on daily basis. People look for clients where they can just upload on daily basis or a weekly basis, and they can't be waiting for like 3 months, 4 months until you get a finished project. So that's one of my advice, one piece of advice I can give you, how to find clients. Just work on your own projects. And if you want to do product animation, for example, then make nothing but product animations. Make different products. Make one for Coca-Cola, make one for Apple, iPhone, make one for this microphone, and especially when it's like smaller brands, you can, for example, make one for this this microphone, make a cool product animation, send it to them. I never got work like this. I gotta say, I never got work by making a spec commercial and send it to a client and be like, hey, you could use that, or I could make something like that for like, you could pay me for that. I never got to work like that, but I know people who have, so that is also an option. But really, what I would do is like making different product videos and just put them online and hope they're gonna be shared. Like, since my Facebook started to go viral, I'm getting so many work requests for VFX or like cinematography work. It's pretty insane actually. So don't sleep on that. Anyways, let's go back to my cool things here. So those particles, they're not going to do anything. They're just going to be chilling on the ground. Like, this is a little too bright. That's better. Okay. Hey, you're very welcome, Ranjan. Yeah, but also it's always important to be realistic with your clients or potential clients. Be like real with them, because you don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. So be aware of your skill set. Be aware of the things you can do and the things you cannot do. Like very often, I get approached by a client and I have to tell them, I don't know how to do that. I could figure it out, but I would recommend to you that you could go to someone who knows what he's doing in that department, and you're going to save money and time. You're going to get the quality you want. I can recommend people to you, but I cannot do that myself. There's nothing wrong with saying that, and you can always charge a recommendation fee, 10%. This is nothing bad about it. So when you, or you can be like, what's actually smarter is like, yes, my company can do that, but you have to hire someone to do that for you, and then you pay the person 80% of the money, and 20% goes to you for just supervising. That's something you can do too. This is something I'm doing for a current project also. Also like a 3D animation kind of thing, and I was not capable of doing that myself, or I don't have the time, so I hired someone to do that, and she is going to get most of the money, and but I'm supervising, I'm directing the project, so yeah, that's something you can do too. Okay, I think we have to do the big thing now, importing the file and hope for the best. This is a process I'm not super used to, but we're gonna see how it goes. Let's switch away from cycles because I don't want my computer to explode. So Shift A, volume, import open VDB, VDB01. Listed, there you go. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, the VDBs I get out of Embergen, they're always gigantic. I don't know why. I have to figure it out. So now I have this fire here. In case you wonder what I just did, this fire here I exported out of Embergen, and I brought it into what is it called? Blender. And now I'm gonna try to set this house on fire. But for that, I need to give it a material, a principled volume. And I think I need like an attribute node. Let me see what kind of attribute I need. VDB, flames. It's called flames. Okay, so I think I have to call this flames. Yeah, that's why I never made a tutorial on that kind of stuff, because I'm not sure how that works. No, I do set the temperature here. Is that how it works? It's not the emission strength. Yeah, I probably would need to look up the tutorials to do that properly. But yeah, the VDB is definitely slowing down my computer a lot. That's fine. I can mostly... Oh, sorry. My bad. Yeah, so I want this fire to just reach out of my frame. Let me turn this on so I see exactly where it is. Yeah, so how do I do this? So anyone who knows how fire volumes, what is it, notes work, now it's your time to shine. Help me out here, because I really have no idea. I've done it a couple of times, but I'm not proficient. I was just hoping I type in flames here and it's gonna do the trick. Because the temperature has to be like a lot, I don't know. Nothing is happening. Matt, you're a lifesaver. Volume node info. School just finished and noticed you were streaming. Welcome back. Welcome back. Temperature. Color. Yeah, we'll continue the scene we were working on yesterday. We're adding our fire right now, and once this is done, I swear this is gonna be cool. At least I hope so. That's the thing when you don't know what you're doing. It's you always have to hope for the best, right? Yeah. So right now I'm trying to make this fire work. Hmm. That's not it. Jasmine says, even if there are only biz people here in the stream and me myself, I don't know much about it. I like to hear about all that, and it's exciting how all that gets created. Yeah, it is a very cool process, and there's lots of different things to know, and I don't know most of them. So yeah. And that's why we're here together, to learn this stuff. But I thought it was an attribute, no Cal attribute. Volume scatter. I don't know. I would need to Google it. Tricky stuff. Tricky stuff. I don't really know. Yes. Well, that's it. Now it's happening. Is it happening? I think it's happening. Yeah, that was a very simple solution, wasn't it? A professional would say it burns, burns, burns. Yeah, let's look at it, what it looks like in, let's go to the last frame. Let's look at it, what it looks like in cycles. Ugh. Yep, definitely getting closer here. Thank you, Matt, for your help. That was easy. So, for everybody, the temperature, it's at temperature here, but it says flames in here in the VDB section, so I just had to type in flames instead of whatever it said before. Now when I crank the temperature, I actually have real fire going on. Alright, I think I need to render a frame so I have an idea what it looks like. It's hard to say. Over here, let me save this. Render image. Where can you see the final result? Well, once it's done, I'm gonna upload it in YouTube stories, YouTube shorts, Instagram reels, Facebook reel. Yeah, all of the above. Oh boy. This is gonna take longer than I would like it to. But yeah. Those VDBs are pretty big. But I think what I can do is just go back to Embergen and decrease the quality of my fire. And so it's not that big. Yeah, because that's taking too long. Yeah. It's a great start, but I'm going to... the ambulance lights, they go on and off, Matt. See? I animated this. I'm also excited to see the final product, but that ain't it. Delete the fire. I'm gonna do Embergen again. So I just need to there's two things I need to change, because the fire also starts, you know, I don't want it to start. I want it to be burning already. So I'm gonna go to like frame, like let's say 80. That's where I want it to start. First frame is gonna be frame 80. And just be like plus 80. Yeah. So those are gonna be the frames I'm rendering. Also, I need to work a little on the quality, because it's a little too high. How do I make it faster? Not faster, I just want it to be like Matt had the idea to do live streams on X or Twitter. He hasn't done it yet though, but I'm sure he will one day. What happens if I make this bigger? Makes everything bigger. Okay. 0.5. 0.3. Oh, 0.5 was good. Now I just need to find a way to make the render quality just lower. Matt is only going live on OnlyFans. Yeah, it's good stuff. It must be the animation settings. Timestamp. Just like, give me less quality. That's the kind of function I need here. Just make it worse. Less detail. That's what I need here. You can make the voxel size bigger and make the domain smaller. Okay. That's probably the answer I was looking for. Voxel size bigger. And divided by 2. Divided by 2. And divided by 2. And let's see if that worked. Well, now it's faster too. Is that a problem, man? It's big flame, so it shouldn't be that fast, right? Upscaling, no. Time control. What if I just be like ×2? What is gonna happen? No, I should be screwing with that. This the scale is in the domain size. So that looks better, but it's just a big so I just screw around with those numbers until I like it. What do you think about that speed for the size of burn? Is it fine, or should it be faster? Slower, rather. I think it looks pretty good. I just don't know if it's like still too big. The size, the file size. Let's just hope for the best, huh? VDB2. Okay, it's exporting faster already. With so many veins. So that's a good sign, I think. I hope for the best. I'm glad you made it in here, Mads. Otherwise, I'd be lost. But it's gonna be cool. It's a little scene here. So let's switch back to the Blender and see what else we can do. Matt, while I have you here, I had trouble with my puddles, as usual. Can you help me? So, when I plug in my, one of those RAMs into the roughness here, it just becomes way too rough. See? This is not what I want. Actually, I think I just figured it out. I just had those. The question is this one going in there or is this one going in there? I think this one. Many veins. Oh, hold on. The first RAM goes into transparency and the second goes into roughness. So this goes into roughness. But it still connects into transparency like this. So not into factor. first round goes into transparency. And the second one goes into roughness. Is that it? Okay. So let me try to brand this into my brain. So we have the noise texture here that makes those nice little puddles here. Yeah, you can see them very nicely here. We have a color ramp, which controls mostly the factor of the transparency and the glass. But that also goes into this color ramp. .333. I think this is water. Alright, cool. And now I could even play with the scale, make them puddles bigger. If you unplug the second ramp from the roughness, you can see what it does. It is a nice little trick. You can see like those edges, the fringe, how it slowly gets more wet. Man, if you're exhausted and you're in the house, if you're exhausted in the house, then go to Phil and help him. Oh, he doesn't want to be in my live stream. He's way too good for this. I don't know what this number does. This is new. Alright, enough of that. How's my Emergen doing? Done? Cool. Importing a new VDB, and now I even know how to set up the notes. Actually, I can just use the notes I had before, I think. Volume, import VDB, VB2, import this. It's even bigger than the last one. Yeah, it's something to still figure out how to set or import the VDBs to scale. Let's make a new one. Fire. Capital. Fire. VDB. There you go. I hope to be as knowledgeable as Matt one day. Don't we all? Isn't Matt the greatest? To be fair, he has Google and YouTube right now. I can't use all that while I'm in the live stream. What was I doing? Was it Flames? Flames. Crank this. 10,000. Ow, 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 ow. So, again, I can't see my flames. Why is that? Flames explode. What's wrong? It's not a mission. Did you know, man? What did I do wrong again? I have no flames again with the new VDB. Oh, it's that number. Okay, never mind. I'll figure it out. Now, let's render one frame again so we can see what it's gonna look like. Ugh. Getting tired. I do not see fire, but this might be just temporary if it goes through passes. It's, 2 minutes per frame is a very long time. I don't want to wait that long. Nope, nope, nope. By the way, I don't know if you know this trick, but you're rendering the scenes outside the camera as well, but you can do Control B to only focus on rendering what's inside the camera for faster results. Control B? Are you sure it's Control B? I know it's like the camera settings. Where is it? Are you sure it's Control B? I never knew the shortcut, but is that what you're talking about? Where you can just what is it? The viewport display, the perspective 2. Is that what you're talking about? This is what Control B does. Interesting. Control Alt B removes it. Okay. Make sure your camera is selected. Cool. Thank you. I use it a lot for my laptop to render faster. Yeah, I understand that. Oh, see, I'm just surprised when I render. Oh shit. There's one more thing I wanted to change. The fast GI approximation is I wanted to turn that off because I think that's gonna make the scene way faster. I do need motion blur though. Motion blur the volumes. I don't know if I need to change anything else here. Let's use that. It might Not look as good, but at least it's gonna render faster. Let's save this. Yeah, then if you have a feeling this scene, because it's also pretty long, like 400 frames almost, this is gonna render for a while. Yeah, it's like those VDBs, you know, it always makes everything way longer. Yeah, it doesn't look like I see my fire in cycles, or like in the render. But the puddles look very nice now. Yeah, this is done now, 44 seconds. But I do not see the fire. Maybe I need more bounces in the... Let me turn off my volume here. Let's try this again to see if that's the reason. It's only 45 seconds right now, so this is good. Okay, so the volume, I probably just need more bounces in my volume. Yeah. It's crazy how shitty this looks without the volume. The volume is saving everything. Let's turn this back on. Let's have more bounces in the volume. Oh, it's the GI approximation. Well, that's a shame then, because without it, it just will render forever. Let's just try one more time and be a little more patient. Yeah. Well, what else is new? How many people are in here right now? 6. Don't forget, if you are in this live stream right now, make sure to hit this like button because I need this validation. You could also lower the sample rate size, but that also affects the smoke. Yeah, the samples, I have a feeling it doesn't really make a difference, like render time wise. Maybe I just have to be more patient, because if it's like a minute per frame or so, maybe a minute 30, I can live with that. I can render through a day if the results are going to be good. The thing is that right now I'm rendering with the noise threshold of 1, which is pretty high, which is no good. Yeah, this still like 130, and I don't see the smoke at the fire at all. I think this is the fire here. So this is very interesting. Let me switch the cycles here. Yeah, I don't see it here either. So let me increase this. It's not the volume. Does it have to be brighter? It's crazy, bro. Is this too dense? 0.01. So now let's see it. Okay, so that's just too thick. Yeah, you just said it, Matt. The volume is too dense. The thing is, if the fire is that huge, I probably the cars are probably too close, especially this one. Yeah, something like that. That was pretty cool. What do you think? The title of this movie is It Burns, Burns, Burns. My car floating. I like it so far. You can always fix it up with a bit of compositing and After Effects in the end. Yes, I could, but I'm trying to make a habit out of it to make it as close to the final product as possible in here, because it just makes my life easier. For example, I want to put some smoke cards here and there. I'm going to do that now, actually. So I'm gonna have Shift A on the images as planes, and I'm gonna have what is it? Assets, smoke, smoke, slow diagonal steam. That's what I want. So I have those here, and those are gonna add a lot. This is gonna be great. So how do I do that again? So I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna have a transparent node. I'm gonna have a translucent node. Mix those together. Add this into the final output, and my actual image texture goes into the factor. Now I'm gonna increase this. And let's turn the value up to 1.5. So you can see it here. I have like a big smoke. And it's like, it's gonna be cycled. Let's cycle this, cyclic. I'm just gonna add those here and there in my scene, but let's make sure to, I don't want to parent it to the camera, I want it to track to the camera, so I'm gonna put a constraint on it, track to the, let's see, camera. So now wherever the camera is going, this also be turning towards. I'm gonna do the same thing with my guy here. I'm gonna put the constraint track to camera. See. Yeah, and this smoke thing, I'm just gonna duplicate it a couple of times, put it here and there, just to add a little more extra detail. You can even have it like right in front of me, actually. And small, so there's some smoke going on in front of me also. This should be good. So yeah, just have some extra smoke going. And also what I can do, there's also a good one. I'm gonna do same move, images as planes, but instead of smoke, I'm gonna use the bugs. Hold on, where are the bugs? Bugs in dust videos. Zigzag, yeah, subtle bugs. I'm gonna do the same move with the subtle bugs. I'm gonna add a transparent node and a translucent node. Mix those two together. And connect this to the factor, this to the output. Now when I look at those, now I have like subtle bugs floating around. Let's turn them up a little. 1.6. You can see them here. It's like floating around. And I'm gonna place them too, because those could be like ambers and are flying around. Also, I'm gonna track this to the camera. Track to camera. There we go. I'm gonna have those right here. See, right behind me. I'm gonna have those also duplicated back further back. Scale them up. Maybe another one. Scale it down, but in front of the police lights. So that's gonna look cool. And maybe another one in front of the ambulance lights. Okay. So now I have flying bugs flying around everywhere. They take the color, because I connected it with a translucent node. They're gonna take the colors of the light behind it. So that's pretty cool. It's another extra, not detail. Yeah, let's call it detail. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's work on. I think I'm gonna flip the fire like this, because the cool fire stuff happens in the front and I don't want it to be hidden behind the house. So something like this. Yeah, I have a feeling like we're almost done here. It's like, the thing is, you can always do more. You can always work longer and harder on those scenes, make them perfect. But yeah. So I want to animate this car. Let's say 150 frames here. Item rotation. Damn. Okay, here we go. So I want this car to be driving to the location. And since there is a light track to it, it should look pretty cool. So I just animated it. The bad thing is I'm not going to see what it actually looks like, since I would need to be in cycles for that. That looks pretty cool though. Yeah, the car is driving into the scene. Yeah, now it just, my material has to be perfect. It has to be good stuff. But once I put the glare on this, you should dip the front of the ambulance when it stops. This guy is thinking. Let me just see when I this car is like so many materials, different objects. I turn the fire off for now. I can't see. Better. So Matt said to dip the front of the car when it stops, and that's a great thought. I just need to see how this car, how it's oh, okay, so I can animate this. That's cool. So do I just animate that? First time in my life that I'm animating in post mode. Okay, it's a little fast and it's not too much, but I think it's going in the right direction. Suspension, I only want to see the suspension. Maybe a little earlier. Stops here, so it should go down. That's cool. Going down too slow. back up too slow, too fast. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Cool, done. Another little detail nobody's gonna see. Oh, yeah. Oh, my legs are hurting. All right. Okay. Let me see. Where was I? Object transform. I need to. Till frame 51, 151, the tires should be turning. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Pose mode. Rotation. That'll do. Oh, stupid. Those tires are not connected to each other. I have to do it again. 151. This is where those tires. Okay. Animate the rotation. Back. Frame 1. That'll do. Cool. Next. Oh, yeah, I was working on my material. Well, there's also one more move I like to do. Well, that's going to be a tricky one since I can't really see. Why can't I select my stupid? Oh, I'm in pose mode still. My material's a little. If I'm black and this is black, should be like the same colors. Yeah, it does look fine. Let me just go to like high contrast or so So with the standard high contrast, because that's what it's going to look like, more or less. Not exactly, but something like that. Yeah, I think it's fine. It could be a little brighter, I guess. Shoot, I was working on the stupid greens. Let's see, I'm working on this curve. Hmm. What do you guys think? It's close. Okay, let me do my compositing magic and see how that's gonna help our scene. Especially if I can do as much as like, pretty much everything in here. I almost don't need any other post-processing in AfterEffects. What was I looking for? Compositor. Use nodes. There we go. So I'm going to start with the glare node. Fog glow. Size 6. You should have one of the police car door open so it looks like the officer was in a rush. Let's see. Pose. Can I open those doors? Is the question. Wheels. There is no doors. Let me see if I can. Going with the dirty method here. I don't think those cars have interior, but that's alright. Yeah, it was this car was not meant to be opened. Oh, that's okay. Can you even see that? I mean, with the fire, we might actually. Now you can see the doors open. Maybe I can just open it a little less. Yeah, that's good. What do you like that? Thank you for your idea. I like that. I used to have this crowd add-on. I don't think I have it anymore. I could put like a crowd in front of circling like somewhere here, but I don't have the crowd add-on anymore. And I don't really want to put like lifeless people in there who are not moving. It always looks so weird. Okay, it's time to animate the camera. Where's my little camera? So I think I'll just, that's the question, should I animate it on a path or should I just do it myself without a path? Let me just try to do it like this first. Okay, that's gonna be my last position of the camera. I'm gonna animate the rotation location. I'm gonna go to the first frame. That's basically where I wanted to start, not too far away. Right here. Shouldn't be, oops. I shouldn't play with the with the height of the camera too much, because you know, because that would screw with the green screen effect. So let me just go away from cycles. You can actually see. It's a little push in. I'm also gonna add some camera shake once I'm done with the camera movement. Here, ambulance truck is coming in. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm watching like 1 frame per second, so just have to hope for the best. It's all gonna be good. Yeah, I'm satisfied with the camera movement. I'm just gonna give it like some camera shake also. For that, I'm gonna use camera shakeify. Just a little. And depth of field, I want the depth of field to be on my green screen character always. So the background is going to be out of focus. Camera shake. Or just a little. 2. 2. Let me turn off the fire real quick so I can actually see. Turn off the fire. Turn on volume. Maybe a little more camera shake. 0.4. 0.4. Something weird is happening here. Let me just not use investigation. Let me use Sup, brother? How's it going? Welcome to my live stream. Walk to the store. What is this shake here? This should be a thing. Is it on all of them? It's on all of them. Hold on. Can always do camera shake in post if that doesn't work out. Let me try this one more time. Camera shake fine. No, it has those little jitters. Nah. I'll work without it. Okay, cool. Baths and CG is back too. Camera Shakeify add-on is good. Yeah, it is great, but right now it doesn't seem to work. I don't know if it's like since my last Blender version, it doesn't seem to do the trick. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky business, tricky business. You know, I got this idea for this scene. I got this inspiration from my landlord has just increased the rent for the house by like $400. So that means that we're gonna be paying more rent now, and I don't like it. So my first thought was to set the house on fire. That's why I made this scene. That's what gave me this idea. Yeah, $400. Can you believe it? But that's the thing. Like landlords, they're allowed to do that. I googled it yesterday. Landlords, they can increase the rent by 10% every year. So yeah. Is it just me, or does it look like it's not in focus? It should be in focus. The focus is on this. Yeah, so now I just have to hope that this YouTube thing is gonna work out, so I can pay the stupid rent. Landlords getting greedy, and inflation is becoming worse in America. Yes, well, greedy, I don't know. If I had a house and I had people living in there, I would obviously trying to make as much money with it as possible, because that's what I bought this house for. I did buy it for fun, so people can live there for free and want to make money. So I understand. Just as a person who rents, it's this is just no fun. No fun at all. Why does it look like it's out of focus? It shouldn't be out of focus. It's not out of focus here in Cycles, is it? Oh yeah, I had this Eevee issue before. Yeah. It's actually not out of focus. It's fine. Okay. Let me work on those compositor a little more. I want another glare node. I'm jumping back and forth a little right now, but simple star streaks 1 10. And that really I have to work on with the fire on, otherwise I'm not gonna see what it actually does. Fire. There you go. Definitely need the, what is it called, dispersion, lens distortion. Yeah, this is something I explained in one of my tutorials. No, it's crazy. Now it looks like a dream. That's too much. I like the heat lens distortion where films put for scenes like in the desert and such. Heat distortion, yes. Oh yeah, that's actually something I always do. 1 second, sorry. Heat distortion, this is something I do in post usually, but you're right. I should add this in Blender. I just have to figure out how. But first I need to work on my glare because right now it's too much. They're both just too much. So I like the glow. You see how it's glowing on me. So I like this. Not too much, just a little. So let's mute those. Mute. Yeah, see? That's gonna help to bring this entire image like more together. Yeah. Heat distortion. I know Matt was working on it. I don't know if Matt is still here, but Matt was working on a heat distortion in Blender, and I can just try to make it myself. Let's see. Let's turn off the fire again because it just takes. Did Blender just crash just like that without a warning? Wow. Well, I hope what I just did was saved, so I don't have to do it again. Let's see. Recover, autosave. Let's see what we have here. Both glares. Yeah. I just have to adjust those things again. What was I just saying? Oh yeah, heat distortion. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make this here in AfterEffects, here in Blender. Yeah. I like those long streaks because it's like lens flares. It's like pretty cool. Anyways, I was talking about heat distortion. I have an idea how to make that in Blender, but we're gonna see if that actually works. So I'm gonna, excuse me, turn off my fire again, and let's see. Because the heat distortion should be like right in front of the house, so like, I'm gonna put it like right here. Make a mesh. Just a plane. Where's the plane? There it is. I'm gonna flip it upside down. Not upside down, but facing us. Scale it up. So this is where I want the heat distortion to be. By scale. So, because I believe it's just a material thing. I think I can figure it out. Okay. I'm gonna make a new material. Let's call it heat distortion. So what I need is a noise texture. I connect this to this for now. And I also need it to be 4D. I need it to animate, so I need it to move. I'm not sure if it has to move like upwards or if it's enough if it's just moving like this, like crazy. For now, let's go get away from cycles. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how big those things have to be or small. I think it's like the size of the flames, kind of. I think that's the idea. Detail. Not sure, but we'll see. So what I think is we need a translucent node. Okay. A translucent is not the right. Well, what do we need? Is it a refraction node? I'm not sure if I can figure this one out. No, refraction is just reflection, basically. What do I need? I need heat distortion. Just does it have to be a refraction node? It might. It's definitely not diffuse. It's not emissive. Not glass. Not glossy. Maybe glossy. No. Hair. No. Pulled out. No. 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 Maybe. I don't know what sheen does. Two. No. Translucent. Transparent. Let's try refraction one more time. Play with the roughness and see what happens. Nah, I don't think I can figure that out on my own right now. Refraction is just basically reflective. I think I would need to Google things. Translucent. Translucent means it's being lit from behind. That's what translucent means. How do I do that? Yeah, I'll just do that in post. It's disappointing to me too, but I'll just do it in post. Otherwise, I don't think I can figure it out right now. But yeah, this is my cool scene. Let me show you where it started so you have an idea. People who've been in my live stream the other day, last night, 12 hours ago, have seen it already. Yeah. Now, once this is done, I'm going to start rendering, and it's going to probably take all day, but that's fine. I probably should turn off Emerging because okay. So this is the scene I started with. I had one police light next to me. See how it's like making blue and red light. I had one candle light basically lighting my leg here. And also I had a light right behind me lighting me from the back. You see this cable here? Yeah, and I didn't even use the green screen with the keyer. I actually used the rotoscope tool to rotoscope myself out. And then, like you see, I put myself into this scene. And it does look pretty cool. Let me just, before I hit render and before I forget, right now it's like set to high contrast and whatnot. I want it to be filmic and none. This is how I want to render this, because then I can still manipulate the colors a little better in post. Yeah, but I think that's pretty cool, and I think I'm done here. Unless you have any other ideas what I could add into the scene, like right now. Just anything. Let's put some Polish in here. Since I'm Polish, I'll just type in Polish. Maybe they have something. Oh, they just like, for example, the Fiat 500. This is a Polish car. I'm gonna put this into my scene because that's basically the car I saw everywhere on the street when I grew up. It's a Fiat 500 or so. It's still a lot in like Poland. You can see this car a lot. Is it empty for this? No. There it is. Okay, let's put it. Where do I need more detail? Let's say. Yeah, I know that my dad is gonna be like, "Oh, Maluch. Oh, nein, falsch." That's what he's gonna say. I just want to rotate it, that it's gonna get like a nice reflection from the fire. Okay. This is cool. Now the question is the front or back. Let's do this. Okay. Glass. I just want to see if I can turn on the headlights. I'm not sure if I would, but I just want to see if I can. It doesn't look like it. Cool. Well, if you guys don't have anything, I'm satisfied with the scene. I'm ready to render this. Yeah, I think I'm good. It's good stuff. All right, and that also means I'm finishing up this live stream. Thank you so much for tuning in, sticking with me here. Like I was working on this like all night basically, and now all morning too. How long have we been live? 3 hours. Yeah, it was 3 hours last night, 3 hours now. So basically, it took me 6 hours to make the scene. So yeah, that was fun. Make sure to check out my last video. It's about the Tesla Cybertruck. I'm gonna make a few Back to the Future effect breakdowns, tutorials over the next 2 weeks or so. And then I'm gonna be showing off some other scenes because sorry, my back is killing me. Because I was working on this other smoke simulation scene. Where is this thing? Let me show you real quick. This one. And people have been asking how to make that. So I want to make like a little breakdown on how I made this video. But it's basically, not this one, but the other one. And let me just find the other one. I've been posting a lot on Facebook because, in case you haven't known yet, I'm famous on Facebook now. Okay, so those two scenes basically, the sand scene and the water scene were very popular, and I want to make little breakdowns on how to make that. So anybody watching from home can make those scenes themselves from home. All you need is a green screen, a camera or iPhone, and a computer. The rest can be done for free, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's gonna be like after my Tesla videos are done, which are, this one was the last one. I made this in the last tutorial. You can go check it out if you want. And I was basically breaking down how to make scenes like this. But in the next video, I'm gonna be breaking down how to make this little flag here, either flying away like this, or also, wait for it, still wait for it. One more second, and there it is. So how it can fall onto your car, which is pretty cool. And maybe also work on this or talk about this particle simulation I have here, because while this thing is landing, you see like all these little stones and stuff like that flying away. So I'm going to be working on that or showing that. And what else we got here? This here I did in my last live stream, and in case you haven't seen that, also I like this effect a lot. It's very creepy. With Ellie, and yeah, here you can see like a little breakdown. This is like the 3D, and I had to remodel all of this. It's this monster, of course. I did all that in my last live stream. I am not gonna make a tutorial on this because this is garbage, but I still want to work on this a little better because I just started working with the geo tracker, so you can basically track geometry, and that's how I put this thing into my hand. But I'm still not that proficient in that I can make a tutorial, but soon maybe. I made a tutorial on that. That's still gonna come. Okay, cool. Yeah, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to my live stream. I hope you had a great time. I definitely did. And make sure to check out the last tutorial. I'll put a lot of effort into it. And if you have any questions, you know, as usual, send me a DM or send me a message. Check out my Facebook too, since I don't know how many followers I got right now, but it's definitely growing fast. Let me see real quick. We are at 37,467. That's pretty cool, right? And it's growing every time. Every time I refresh, it's now it's 37,468. That's how fast it's growing, and so I guess this is what it feels like to go viral, which is pretty cool. So yeah. Again, thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next live stream. I don't know when it's going to be, probably next week or so, but I just wanted to work on this scene. I just had this idea, and I figured, why don't I do this in a live stream? Right? Why not? So, let me switch this, so we're going to be a little closer here. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you